Dear colleagues, my name is Yang Yi. Thank you for coming. Today I'm going to talk about how to support EALD students in learning repeating patterns. I will focus on those students are in their foundation year. It is important that we as teachers have a fully understanding of what repeating pattern is, so that we can deliver this knowledge to our students. Patterns are everywhere in our life. Here is a question for you. Have a look around the screen. Can you find any of a repeating patterns around me? If your answer is yes, that the clothes that I'm wearing is a repeating pattern, which is repeating by white, black, white, black, white, and black, then you have a knowledge of what is a repeating pattern. Before students come to schools, they may have knowledge about shapes. When they move into foundation year, they are learning to recognize, copy, describe, and create a repeating pattern by using a variety of materials, such as their body movements, drawing, or shapes. Students are learning to recognize and create a repeating pattern to make a prediction based on their observations. Learning to recognize and create a repeating patterns by using objects, it helps prepare students for learning complex number patterns when they move into higher level study. EALD students do not have the learning experiments same as the students who are born in Australia. The problem is the language barrier in both oral language and math language. In the Australian classrooms, teachers are using everyday objects when they explaining the repeating pattern concept. EALD students, however, who just arrived in Australia do not have the knowledge of the name of the objects in English, so then they lose the context. Also, math has its special language. In the repeating pattern lessons, teachers may use shapes to explain this concept. EALD students may not have the knowledge of the name of the shapes, or they mix up the meanings. For example, the squares. Strategies that you can use to teaching EALD students in your classroom in learning repeating patterns is instead of using shapes, you can choose colors. So organize students into small groups, and you prepare lots of color papers. And make sure those papers are all in the same shapes and sizes. So you can choose two colors, for example, green and yellow. So you put green paper and a yellow paper on the desk, like green paper, yellow paper, green paper, and yellow paper. So this is giving students a visual cue that how a repeating pattern is from. You can count these patterns to your students like green paper, yellow paper, green paper, yellow paper. At the same time, you can tell students that one green and yellow paper is a group, and another green and yellow paper is another group, and they are continuing as this order. Once students are recognized that green-yellow is forming a pattern, you can assess students' understandings by asking them to read the pattern to you. If students can read the patterns like green paper, yellow paper, green paper, and yellow paper, then that means those students are getting this knowledge. Next, you can plan for further instruction by adding colors into your patterns, like you're adding orange here. Then the pattern will become green, yellow, orange, green, yellow, orange. Then you ask students to read this to you. I hope this presentation is helpful for you to build up some ideas to teach your EALD students in learning repeating patterns. Thank you for your watching.